Five warning signs to avoid being scammed by a fake immigration agency or consultant. Hi, my name is Andrea, and this is the Canadian Immigrant Mommy Podcast, where I share our family's journey as a first generation immigrant in Canada. Five warning signs to avoid being scammed by a fake immigration agency or consultant. Now that you answered the self assessment or talk to an immigration agency, whether you are qualified to work, study, or live in Canada, the next question you'd have to answer for yourself is: how can you check if your immigration agency is legit? This is another question asked so many times. With the rising number of people who want to move to Canada, sadly, there are also a lot of scams and fraudulent entities claiming that they can process your papers and get you a visa for Canada. I have heard a lot of people who were scammed of their life savings, even to the point of getting deep into debt because it turned out that their agency was a fraud. Not only was their Canadian dream busted, even the future of their family is now uncertain due to the amount of money they need to repay. Immigration is a very big decision you will make in your life. It will require a lot of money, effort, and hard work from you. Therefore, it is only right to be diligent with your research and be careful with your transactions. These days, it is no longer enough for an agency to have good reviews and testimonials. Anybody can create a fake testimonial these days. So, how can you check that your agency, consultant, or legal representative is authorized to represent immigrants or to give advice? Number one, citizenship or immigration consultants must be a member of the Immigration Consultants of Canada Regulatory Council, or ICCRC. Having a degree or a diploma from a Canadian institution is not enough. They have to take and pass the full skills examination administered by the ICCRC to be able to be a legitimate consultant. So, how to check if they're a member? Go to iccrc-crcic.ca, and there's a button there that says Verify your immigration consultant. If your consultant is not on the list, that is a big warning already. Number two, lawyers or notaries must be a member of a Canadian provincial or territorial law society. Every Canadian province or territory has its own law society, or in other words, lawyer directory. So if you're planning to land in Ontario, check the Law Society of Upper Canada or Ontario. If you're planning to go to British Columbia, check the Law Society of British Columbia. Searches from the Law Society will also give you results whether a lawyer has a discipline history or a restriction from practicing in a certain area of law. The site even has a list of unauthorized practitioners or those who have illegally offered services or misrepresented themselves as lawyers. Aside from these steps, there are also warning signs to watch out for when dealing with an immigration consultant or agency. Do you want to know what these signs are? Okay. 1. Promises of a guaranteed job, a guaranteed visa, or a guaranteed success in your immigration application. This is a sure sign of fraud. As they say, if it's too good to be true, something must be wrong. Why? An immigration consultant or agency can never, take note, they can never guarantee the result of your application. At most, they can only strengthen your immigration application by asking you to provide more supporting documents so that you increase your chances of being approved. But it is never their job to make promises. Their job is to help you understand your immigration step options. Their job is also to give advice on the choices available to you and the best immigration program for your particular case. They also fill out and submit your immigration application and communicate with Canadian immigration authorities on your behalf, but never promise a result. Second warning sign: suspicious means of payment. If an agency asks you to pay via WhatsApp or Bitcoin, that should be a big red flag already. All legitimate consultants use websites that have a standard, secure payment systems through a Canadian bank account or a credit union. Third warning sign: be careful of websites that ask for payments for an application form, because all these application forms are free to download from the IRCC website. Fourth warning sign: you were not asked to sign a contract or a retainer agreement. Remember, you are hiring this person as your consultant and will be paying him or her accordingly for his services. Thus, you must have a signed contract in place, and also make sure that you get a receipt for all payments made to your consultant or agency. Lastly, an immigration consultant who is going to advise and represent you before the Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, or the IRCC, should always have you complete the form called IMM 5476, or this is the use of a representative form. All right, I gave you 5 warning signs to look out for to avoid being scammed. But there's still so many modus out there. There are even those who use the name and registration number of legitimate consultants on their fake websites. So, really, you have to be careful. Listen to your instincts and double, even triple check the legitimacy of your agency. You know what? You know what would be the best thing to do if you really want to avoid scams and fraudulent agencies? Ask for a referral. Ask someone that you trust who is already in Canada to refer you to whoever processed their immigration application. I think that is the best way to find an agency or a consultant that will guide you through your immigration process. This is Andrea, your Canadian immigrant mommy, reminding you to be diligent and careful so you will not fall into an immigration scam. God bless your immigration journey.
Hey, do you also like to see pictures of my stories? Follow my Facebook page at Parents Migrating to Canada Soon.